Okay. Now, pause that. Get out of here. All right, we'll try this one. Leisha, my queen, I have a whole list. I have a whole book of mini ocean animals. So we have a whole list. We've got dolphin, seal, sperm whale, clownfish, anglerfish, jellyfish, whale shark, squid, octopus, yellow tang, narwhal, walrus, killer whale, shark, hammerhead shark, seahorse, manta ray, sea otter, crab, butterfly fish, angelfish, blue whale, starfish, turtle, pufferfish, and lobster. Can you see the squid up close? I can also try and find the actual page, and I might have a bigger picture. Let's see. Squid is on page 21. Do the squid and you'll buy it to go with the purple octopus. Well, ma'am, what I'm doing is I am actually making tiny little aquariums. So let me show you if I can pull up the photo quickly. Let's see. I think it was in media. It was in the media from Aeolus. He actually is the one that found this on Facebook, I think, and sent the idea to me. The problem is we send photos way too frequently. Just like you and I do. And I'm over here just like, oh, which month was it that he sent it to me? I feel like it was around the time of drama. I must have already passed it because now we're back into last year. I can't find it off the top of my head, but they're stupid cute, and they take like a little plastic mason jar, and you put the little those glass bead kind of things that you put into flower pots or aquariums at the bottom. You put a little fake plant, and then you put the tiny crocheted animal in here, and you hang it from the lid. And it's like a little mini aquarium that somebody can adopt. They can adopt a little sea creature in an aquarium. What color would you like the squid? Do you think the squid needs to be red? I don't know what size. These are very small. So I'm wondering if my potion hook would be the right size, or if it's going to be actually a little bit too small. Let's see. Let's go to the... It looks cute in red, right? The patterns are written using UK terms. Good to know. Good thing I read the pattern notes. That's fine. Oh, here we go. Crochet hook sizes. Usually they use a 2.5mm hook. And mine is a 3.5mm hook. So it's a little bit bigger than what they use, but I also use thicker yarn. They use cotton yarn. So, okay. So I need like a reddish color. I can go grab some red for sure. I'll go grab some red, and I may even do it in red cotton. Maybe. Probably not. But I'll grab some red. I mean, I have some red over here, but I'm gonna go see if they have red cotton. Let's see. And you guys can enjoy Potion for a little bit. She's chewing on her bone. did not find any red cotton right off the top of my bucket in there, because I am giving some of that away as Death and Rebirth won the yarn grab bag from the auction house, the cotton yarn, and he said that his daughter likes to color red, so I kind of picked out most of the red cotton that I had already, so we'll have to just adjust some expectations here. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for letting me do another bonus stream. I am not going to be in town most of next week, so I'm trying to get bonus streams done this week to counteract that I'm going to be gone for almost a week. I do leave next Wednesday, so there will be no Friday, Saturday, or Monday stream. I mean, I'll have this coming Monday, but the following one, the 13th, 14th, and 16th, I will not have streams on those days. So I'm trying to do a little bit of upfront and give you guys some special bonus content. I also cannot show you the pattern because it is from a book that my mom got for me. It's called the Mini Amigurumi Ocean book. I also have Mini Amigurumi animals and mini amigurumi birds. So I have a whole bunch of these. I really hope that these are going to turn out super cute and be as easy as they look. Because if I can get these very quickly made, then my plan is over the summer to go through and make most, if not all, from each of the 3 books that I have. Because I think these could be cheaper in price to have for my customers at craft markets, and I think would also be really cute to do. And there's going to be some in here that I just don't want to do for the little mini aquariums, but I'll have for purchase. Like, I don't think anybody is going to want to buy the anglerfish as an aquarium. Ain't nobody wants an anglerfish in general. People probably aren't going to buy a narwhal as an aquarium, but they may buy a narwhal separately. Like, some of these animals don't make sense in an aquarium. Like the sea otter does not make sense in an aquarium. It makes sense by itself. So I will use my personal judgment on which ones go into the aquariums and which ones I just keep aside. But I want to try and make as many of these as we can today. My hope is to at least make 3 of them. I don't think they should take an hour each, but we'll go from one at a time. But since Laisha, you came in and got first, I let you choose the first animal, and you chose a squid, and you wanted it to be in like the red color. So I have this bright red. I thought this was kind of like it's almost like a reddish pink. It's really, really pretty. It's not fire engine red like it looks, and it's not a magenta like my camera's making it look. It is a red, but it's kind of like a reddish pink, but not magenta. Just want to clarify that a little bit here. Hello, camera? We love that. We love when this doesn't work. Nope. 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 Okay. 5th time's a charm. So far, it's still staying alive. I'm not frozen. I don't know if my cam link is going bad, if the cable that I have it plugged in is going bad, if my USB stick is going bad. I don't know why it's having issues every time I turn the stream on. I don't know. We're also encroaching on 100 projects finished. I'm almost done with the animal that we did on Monday. Also almost done with the magneton. And then whatever we get done today. We're encroaching triple digits for number of projects completed. And that is insane. That I'm just at the beginning. Oh, I'm not supposed to show you guys the pattern. It's fine. I can show you the picture, but I have the actual pattern blocked off. So that'll be fine. Because I need to read the pattern. But you guys cannot read the pattern unless you purchase said book. And I am not a sponsored streamer for this publishing company, so they don't need me to talk about them, you know? If you want me to talk about your publishing agency, reach out, becca.mtbc@gmail.com. It's not a rule. It's just because it's just out of respect for the pattern artist and the publishing company that since I paid for this, I don't want other people to see it and get the content for free. It just helps out the crochet artists. It's not that I can't do that. I could do that because it's my content. I can do what I want with my content. I just don't want there to be any kind of shenanigery when it comes to copyright law. Now, I'm not making short form content. I could turn this into a YouTube short or something like that, but I currently am not. Okay, so this guy is very tiny. He's small in terms of number of stitches around, which usually when it comes to my amigurumis are around like 42 to 48 stitches around. To give you guys reference, this is only going to be 20 stitches around. So it's going to be about half the size of the projects that I'm used to working on, which is a-okay because it needs to fit inside of this little mini mason jar aquarium thing. And I haven't measured. This is all just trial and error. If we realize, oh no, heck, this guy's too big, then I will have to sell him separately. If it is the perfect size, then great, I'll make a note that this hook is a good size. I'm in the kitchen with you while you're washing dishes. I was working on not washing dishes, but getting all the dishes into my dishwasher to start the dishes, and I did not. It's still too empty. Like the bottom row is full, but the top is still empty, and I don't want to run a half load just because I am lazy like that. Well, mostly because I don't want to pay the price of the water and the heat and electricity and all that. Okay, let's get my little marker out here. Just to be sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. Three, 4, 5. How's your work day, though? You said it's been busy. What makes this time of year extra busy for you at work? Ah. And welcome in to anybody else who's watching during their workday. Oh, beginning of that makes sense. That makes sense. I also am always busy at the beginning of the month doing invoices for my contractors that work for my company and sending them to private families and the schools and all that kind of stuff, which I actually forgot to do. Numinator! Watching during work couldn't be me. I actually have not done one of my therapist's invoices. She sent it to me a little bit after midnight because I texted her and was like, hey, by the way, please send your invoice. I never got it. So, whoops. Whoops. How are you? Numinator has some exciting news for chat. If you were not already in Discord, you missed out on the amazing news. Congratulations once again, Numinator. You know who I've been thinking about a lot recently, and I actually mentioned them on stream a couple of days ago, is I've been thinking about Cowboy and hoping things are going well with him, because he just decided that he was wanting to take IRL before URL very seriously and get his life under control and everything, so yes! Upgraded from boyfriend to fiance. Every time I see that without the little dash over the E, it looks like finance. You've upgraded from boyfriend to finance. You've gone into wedding planning mode. Do you have a date or approximate date yet? This one goes around twice. I know that's the very typical question everybody always asks is, do you have a date? Do you have a date? June-ish of next year. Oh, cool. Nice. Very nice. I will be just coming home from Fiji. I head to Fiji at the end of May next year. That is pretty awesome, friends. Most of her family is international. Oh. Oh, wow. I don't think I knew that. Wow. Or decided they'd rather not visit the... I mean... I didn't say it. If that's the case, would it be... And this is probably something you guys have been talking about yourself, so please feel free to tell me to shut up. Would it be something that would make more sense to you guys go overseas to get married? Or find, like, a destination where it might be easier to get visas and travel permits and everything? Hey, Danu! My queen? No, you, actually. Excuse you. She is so much better. You can see her in the camera. She's just chilling. She hasn't had any episodes of the choking and not sure what else it could have been. I mean, I think it was reflux from what I read on the internet, but she hasn't had any issues. She slept just fine during the night. But that was the most terrified I've seen her in a long time. I don't think I've ever seen her act the way she was acting. And it wasn't seizures or anything like that, but I mean, it was very scary. So, easiest thing at this point would to be go ahead and get married here with your friends and family and then plan a trip to do an international party over there. Yeah, I am obsessed with it, the 90 Day Fiancé shows and all of that. And that's something that they do too, is where they have to do it in the US because they're on the 90 Day Fiancé visa, the K1 visa. But they also will do like an international wedding, a secondary wedding 2-3 years in the future, like a recommitment ceremony kind of thing, or renewing of the vows, but overseas where the other person's family can be involved. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be awesome. Now, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where is her family from, if you don't mind me asking? I don't want to seem like I'm doxing or anything. I'm just curious. I didn't know she was of foreign descent. Okay. Now we swap this over and go around this for a little bit. You're so glad, not only for her, but you know how much it was. Yes, it was scary because both Grayson and her were choking yesterday. Like, Grayson was gagging and threw up a little bit yesterday, and then she starts doing it a few hours later. It really made me scared. I was like, what have they gotten into in my house? Like, is my house making my dog sick? I don't know what's happening. But thankfully, they both came out of it, and they're both good. Neither of them have been gagging or making any form of sounds or emotions of being sick or ill. Oh, okay. So whenever maybe that's just me being ignorant. Whenever I think international, I think of like Europe. So I think of like France or Italy or Germany or something like that. That's my initial go-to of, oh, you've got international family? I keep forgetting that technically, yes, Canada and Mexico are both considered international. I forget. I forgetteds. I guess it's because Canada and Mexico are basically like our siblings. And so it just feels like they are right there. Or for instance, like for Danu, Danu is international. Danu is not in a neighboring country. Purple Kitty is international. Yeah. Canada, I guess, is also international. I'll allow it this one time. I guess. I'm far. It's true. You were on the other hemisphere. That's how far away you are. Fair. Fair. That's good. You agree on good. So I'm glad that I'm not insane. This looks like a strawberry. I feel like I'm crocheting a strawberry and not a squid. What if I made a squid berry? What if I made a squid but added the little black speckles like a strawberry? And then the tentacles could be green like the, oh my gosh, I have an idea. Oh my gosh. I can't. This has to be something that happens. Maybe not for this first one. I want to try and see how this first one goes. Because this first one's going to go in the aquarium. And once I make the little aquarium... Technically, you could apply for Canadian citizenship since your mom was born there. Oh, okay. At least it's not too insane for flight prices coming in from Canada versus over the ocean. The flights from way overseas, those are much more challenging to handle. But in the state of the political climate and airline climate, it very well may be still as expensive. I don't know. I haven't tried to fly anywhere besides Chicago and Kansas. 11, 12, 13, 14. One more row. But that's super cool, Numinator. I would love to be a part of, not the wedding itself, but like your process and your planning. Like, I just love being able to see what other people do for their weddings and just get to live through that joyful time. So whatever you want to share whenever it comes to photos or color schemes or, hey, this is going to be our wedding song, whatever you feel comfortable and willing to share, I would love to be a part of receiving that information. Because I am absolutely supportive of your journey. So this one I do a decrease here. Okay. Decrease. Decrease. Okay, that seems like too many times around, but I guess not. The arms are made in the next round. Oh. So the whole thing, the body into the tentacle arm thingies are all one piece. That's really cool. Ooh, that helps. You guarantee there's gonna be a lot of Taylor Swift? Are you gonna invite Taylor to the wedding? Okay, so one slip stitch here. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Now, going up. I do love projects that are low to no sew pieces. It makes it faster, which makes the price a little bit more affordable when I don't have to worry about all the extra weaving in the ends and sewing things down and all that detail work. Because when things are having to be hand sewn down, I have to make sure they are aligned and they're nice and parallel and everything looks good. Everything needs to be proportionate too. Okay. skip one, and then... Okay. And then repeat. Okay. And let's do that for 8 tentacles. Got it. Just like a little octopus. Danny, what is your favorite sea creature? Your favorite ocean animal? And same thing for you, Numinator. What is your favorite ocean animal? Because I have a list in my book of what patterns I have to make. If it's one of those, then I will take your suggestions in mind. All right, last stitch here. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. When do I add the safety eyes? When do I add the eyeballs? This is not taking much time. It's not taking much yarn. So I feel like asking, if I was to sell this just by itself, I think asking the same that I do for my little mini octopus, which are $8, would be plenty. Like, I don't think... I don't know. What do you guys think? Because originally I was thinking for my little aquariums to ask 20 for my aquariums. But if the dude inside, which first of all, he's pretty darn large. He may be too big for the aquarium. I can go down a hook size. I may end up doing that. I don't want to charge like a low, tiny little bit of amount and be like, people would be like, well, why would I want to buy the aquarium if it's only $6 or $8 or whatnot, you know? But I don't want to overcharge and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to ask 15 for this when it's this small and quick and easy to make. But also, I do know that I am not charging nearly enough for my projects. And that's okay. I'm not in this to pay all my bills or make a full-time living out of it. And I don't have to worry about paying a website's fees or anything like that. Lightning is here! Make it $25? But that's almost the price of my Pokemon, and my Pokemon are twice the size of this guy. And they take way longer. It just becomes a whole domino effect whenever I change my prices of things. It's a problem. You're on a phone? Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if my stream was one of the selected streams to do like stream streaks or anything, but if so, I think Lightning lost his stream streak with my bonus stream yesterday. Oh. Also, I don't think anybody has ever put into chat a stream streak, so I don't think my stream was selected for that. I know. I played some... I'm banned? How am I banned? I'm the one who literally went live. I can't be banned. You're banned for missing my stream and not paying attention to my notifications. Imagine. I can't wait to make this in one of these into a strawberry. It's the exact shape of a strawberry, and I'm going to make it into a squid berry. it's gonna be amazing. Goodbye. No, don't leave. How's your Wednesday going, Lightning? Did you get all the crazy storms? There was a big round of storms that came through parts of Texas. It didn't end up giving us a huge storm. It rained, but it did not give us a storm, so it didn't wake up the doggos and make them scared or anything, which was so nice. I woke up at 4 o'clock to take Poe to go potty just in case the storm was going to come in, and it was never bad. I'm already getting into a bad sleeping schedule where I'm going to bed well after midnight and waking up without an alarm, but I'm getting up like after 8 o'clock now, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I'm like, no, I can't let myself get into a sleep routine where I sleep in the mornings. So it's going to make the school year very difficult. Storm's great. Right now you're bugging the nurses. Oh, bugging the nurses. What are you doing with that? How are you bugging the nurses? Tell me more. What does that entail? All right, one more. Last leg. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Thanks for sitting through the ad break if you were not currently subscribed. Also, hello over on YouTube. If anybody has not hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, please consider doing so. I'm also incredibly close to our 2,000 follower goal here on Twitch. So I would love for you guys to hit that heart. If that heart is hollow, please consider giving me a follow and help me reach 200 subscribers over on YouTube. I mean, we can do 200 subscribers here on Twitch too, but that costs money. Ah, gotcha. All right, there we go. Now, begin stuffing the toy with the fiber fill. Yeah, but where do the eyeballs go? Yeah, but where do the safety eyes go? Okay, insert the eyes before completing the next round. Okay, but the safety eyes need to be... I'm not sure. I think this is probably a good size for him. Yeah, I think that's a decent size. Digga-digga-dum, ba-dum, bum bum, bum bum, be-dum, be-ba-dum, dee-ba-da-ba-dum, be-dum, bum bum, do, ba-dum, bum bum bum. All right, let's make Sam the squid here. Insert the eyes between rows 12 and 13. Well, why would you have me stuff it then? Okay, well, that was row 17. So, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, and 12. So let's add one here. 4 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here. There. Okay. Hello. Welcome in, Ba. Ba 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 hunt me. Ba 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 hunt me. Ba 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 hunt me. Trying to move the fiber fill around because I am way too lazy to just pull the fiber fill back out. There we go. My little squid. Rawr. Rawr. Help. There. He's tiny, but it's right there. He's tiny, but it's right there. Okay. So now... work around the back loop for the rest of the next row. Okay. So now we've got 1. These tentacles are in my way, though. Get out of my way. 2 decreases. Okay, now, Mr. Tentacles. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we're making a couple of long strands. Ah. 1. 2. Help. 3. A nurse wants to ask me a question. How much do I put up with lightning? I mean, yes. 2 of the nurses don't know much about Twitch. You're a troll. Lightning is not necessarily a troll, but he is definitely a character. We love having him around here, even if he does silly shenanigans like trying to throw off my stitch count or dropping an emote and making it fly across my screen all the time. He is a silly goober. But we wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't know what to do with our stream community if we didn't have lightning in it, you know? He's also been one of those, serious talk here, he's been one of those really amazing, wonderful, supportive friends. I've gone through some tough stuff this year, and he never faltered. He never changed his opinion or perspective of me, and just wholeheartedly wanted to be supportive and help me through a tough time. And I will never be able to show my gratitude and appreciation in the way that he deserves, more than just through my words. Help, get the tentacle out of the way, please. Please. Thank you. All the hearts, please. All the hearts in chat for lightning. Continue around with 2 more, or with 1 of these. One, 2. 1. And 2. Is that it? Wait a second. I don't know if I did that correctly or not, but we're going to assume that we're done. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I have no clue. Where are the emotes on the phone? So there's gonna be when you're looking at it, it's gonna be the bottom left corner of where this screen box is. It'll be like over in this corner. That's where the channel points are. And then directly next to it on the right side should be like a smiley face. Let me see if I can pull it up. If I was to just open up some random chat. Yeah, so like right here, you would see on the bottom left, there's the channel points, and then there's a smiley face, and the smiley face is where all the emotes are. Yeah, see, I'm definitely missing something here. Huh. Because it says the arms you have just made should be between the eyes. And I'm like, wait a second, but what arms do you mean? Am I supposed to make a second one of those? Or is this enough tentacles? Because I've got 9 tentacles. Is that correct? Are we supposed to have 9? How many does a squid have? I'm very confused. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, well, I'm at 10 stitches currently. I am just going to maneuver around this and not worry about it. Let's add some more fiber fill, though. That's why they're called tentacles. Reporting for work and Lurk. Thank you for the work, Lurk. I appreciate ya. 10 tentacles per squid. Well, shoot. Okay, well, I'll need to back that out then and make up a tentacle. All right, let's make up a tentacle right here then. Let's just do the same spot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do the same pattern of the other tentacle. You need to learn how to do mod stuff on the phone. It's not easy to do mod stuff on a phone. I will say that. There are some capabilities that aren't available. Okay. That's what you're normally doing? Yeah. Okay. Daniel, did you ever tell me what your favorite ocean animal was? I never read it, if so. And I know Numinator is work lurking, so... It could be a 9 tentacle squid with a cool backstory. It could be. You should see the other guy, man. He's been places. He's seen some things. Sea turtles or dolphins? Okay, I have both of those in this book. I could do a turtle or a dolphin. I'll show you, after I finish this one, I'll show you between the two options, and you let me know which one you want me to do. Because Why not? All right, so now we've got 1, 2. Before I go any farther, let's add the rest of this fiber fill, just so it's nice and stuffed. A lapras. Sorry, a plesiosaurus. Okay. And my goal is to make every animal from this little ocean animals book anyway, so it will be helpful to go through it anyway. Yesterday's stream, we were continuing the split fiction playthrough with our friend Kevin / Grimmy. We continued that. We didn't finish the game, so you did not miss anything. That's why I put the poll up in Discord to see if people were enjoying the game or if they'd like me to go back to our regular content. Because I can finish the game off camera with Kevin. We don't have to play it on stream. So, I mean, if you guys don't like video games or you'd rather see something else, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I just want to be sure that I'm giving you guys content that you are here for and you're paying for those of you that are subscribed. All right. Done and done. The game's so pretty. Voting for it to be continued mixed content. Okay, cool. Give us some games with our crafting. Perfect. 'Cause, I mean, that's what I do anyway in my spare time is I game and craft. I just know 99% of our video game streams have not had as much interaction as our crochet streams. So I just want to be sure that people are here and enjoying the content, you know? You don't have Discord on your phone, but you want to vote to keep streaming it. Okay, cool. That's the majority on Discord so far as well. Kevin is going to be gone for a couple of weeks, so we're not going to be able to continue it until probably the end of June at the earliest. There we go. There is part of our squid. All we gotta do to make the 2 little fins at the top and our squid boy. Sam the squid. Or Squilliam. I'm gonna name him Squilliam. This is Squilliam the squid. There's the lapras, speaking of. Let's add the 2 little fins. It's super cute. It's very small, very fast to work up, which is what I was hoping for, because I can make these a lot more affordable, but I'm trying to gauge an appropriate price for something like this. Because originally what I was going to do is I was going to put it in, and I can still probably fit it in here, honestly. He's a little bit big. I may want to make one more of these, but in a smaller hook size, because I feel like that's probably a little too big for this jar, because I'm going to put some marbles, or not marbles, but like the glass bead things in here, and put like a fake plant or something. Make it look like a cute little aquarium, and I don't want him to look like the Kraken. You'll give me 5 cents? Wow. But I was thinking originally I was going to ask 20 for the aquariums to account for the cost of materials plus the project. But when I'm looking at this, I would originally was thinking of asking like $8 for this. Like, this guy is small. I can't imagine asking a ton of money for something this tiny. $20 for with the aquarium. Make this $12 and then the aquarium $20. Okay. I could do that. Let's see. 2 in each stitch around. You'd like the turtle better? Here in Brazil, you've got a non-profit that's famous to protect sea turtles, and you have an Amazonian dolphin, but they are from the river, not the sea. Hey, awesome. Absolutely. Girl, here, I'll show you real quick. Here's our little sea turtle that we're going to do. I have so many sea turtle patterns, but I'm going to go through the turtle that's in this book. I do have the dolphin, too, up here. So, pink dolphins. Ooh. And I'm trying to keep the pattern off screen so you guys can see the picture, but I'm keeping the pattern off screen just to be respectful of the pattern artist, since it is a book that is available for purchase. The mushroom child is done. Onto a bunny stuffy with clothes. Nice. Are these for your daughter, or are you making them for gifts for other people, or are you selling them at a market? Yeah. Okay, add my purple thingy back on. The terror of single women. Oh. Are pink is that like a thing? Pink dolphins? The daughter, or your daughter wanted the bunny and the mushroom was for a friend? Nice. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, it says fasten off, and then make a second one. Okay. It eats up your... Yes, it does. Yeah, Twitch will absolutely... Just watching any kind of a live stream in general will eat up your phone battery. Boto Cor de Rosa. Pink dolphin or the Amazonian dolphin. Oh. I have not heard of that before. Cool. I think it's without the last L. Try it without the last L, Bahantame. There it is. Wow, we have so many trolls happening. So many trolls are happening all at the same time. You need to find a dragon cowl scarf to do for another friend. Bless your heart to be able to do those. I tend to avoid patterns that require me to do front or back post, any kind of things. And I've noticed when it comes to doing dragon scales, it requires a lot of front and back post crocheting. So I tend to avoid those patterns. Alright, this one is done. And fasten off. Okay, now sew these. So we flatten them out and sew them onto the sides of our squid, our squillium over here. Mr. Squillium. Doom, dum, dum, doom, 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 doom. Hey, Mama Bell, welcome in. Sure, sure, sure. This is looking all right. Okay. Easy peasy. I'm doing wonderful. No complaints over here for me. A bit tired? Okay. I'm not tired at all. Besides my waking up at 4 o'clock to take Poe potty, I'm good. I went to the grocery store and spent a lot of money on food. I got myself some snacks. So if I put it here, I'm gonna be sure I'm on the same height. If I do it right there, that's really too far in the front. It needs to be like right here. Let's see if this is the correct height. Yeah, that'll be good. That's fine. That's fine to me. Aggressive. I messed up that last stitch. That should not go there. That needs to be... Oh, goodness. Is that a wild Fraggle I see? Nope, that's a Mama Bell playing the Murloc sound effect. There we go. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Our little mini squid, Squilliam, is complete. Wow! Squilliam is complete. Dun da 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 da! Squilliam is done. Okay. So technically, yes, Squilliam can fit inside of our jar. But I do feel like he's too big. So I think I need to go down a hook size to make him again. Which I think I need to go down a hook size for all the other animals too, because they're all around the same size. So I think I'm going to go down to a D hook instead of the E hook that I used for this one. I'm not a fan of World of Warcraft. I mean, my brother is obsessed with it. He's been playing it since day one. I did like a trial on it and I just could not get it. I loved Warcraft, the whole series of Warcraft as a kid growing up, but I just couldn't get into World of Warcraft. I just couldn't do the MMO. I just couldn't. I haven't found an MMO that has sustained my attention. All right, let me grab my D hook. And then we're going to swap over to do a little sea turtle for Danu. So I need to go grab some yarn of the sea turtle colors. The sea turtle is on page 44. All right, so here's the sea turtle. Look at how stinking cute that is. So stinky cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you guys can't really see the pattern because all my stuff is blocking it off, so that I'll just keep it here on screen. So you guys can watch it like this. So I need like a light greenish turquoisey kind of color, and then a darker similar color tone. Okay.
It's me, Mario!
Okay. It's not quite the same coloring, but I kind of like this color combination. I kind of like this color combination.
The hunt is on for sweets and treats.
It actually wants a third color? Wait. I'm not going to worry about a third color, to be honest. I'm going to stick with this being the bottom and this being the top of the shell. Uncle Shadow said Grayson potion treat. Who wants their Treato? Potion does. Say thank you, Uncle Shadow. Grayson, do you want your cookie? He still has the cone on, so he's a little bit grumpy. I let him off the cone this morning on accident. I mean, I let him out on purpose, but then I forgot that I let him out, and he was out of the cone all morning. And he did a really good job. I was very surprised that he didn't get into any trouble. He didn't lick at his arm, didn't chew at it. Was a very good boy. Then we went on a walkies, and he did great without chewing on his arm, but I knew I was going to the grocery store and then going to be doing stream, so I didn't want to chance him being out of sight for 6 hours. Grayson, my love. I've got his cookie right here. If he makes an appearance, I have his cookie. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, and I told him, I was like, if you can live 2 more days in the cone, I think you'll be good. There he is. There's my satellite. There you go, buddies. Hi, handsome. There's my good boy. Hi, you look so sad and pathetic. Don't look sad. Don't look pathetic. Be a handsome boy. Hey, stop. That was your bride to try and get them on the dog bed? Oh, fair enough. Hi. Hi, Scoobert. Oh, he's such a good boy. You guys get to hear all of my nicknames that I call him. He's my Bobos, my Scoobert, my best buddy, my Scooby-Doo, my Goober, my Bugabos, my Gracie. I call him Gracie a lot. Greggies. There you go, buddies. Oh, big yawn. I love you. Go back and lay down. Go on the doggy bed. Chat wants to see you on the doggy bed. Alright, so we're going to start with the underside of the shell. Hey, stop. You're going to knock over all my stuff. Yeah, you're stuck to my chair. Go. I'm helping. His big cone got stuck to my armrest. He couldn't figure out how to get the armrest to move. Alright, we're going to make this sea turtle with the D hook and see if that makes the correct size for one of our little aquarium projects here. So I'm currently making a sea turtle that I'm going to put into a mason jar and decorate to make it look like a little mini aquarium that kids or adults can adopt at a craft fair. 6, 7. Okie dokie. There's the big boy. He's trying to get up on the bed. There you go. Shadow, it worked. Shadow, it worked. You guys got one. Okay, Hazel. Oh my goodness. Yay, it worked. Oh, I should change my finished project to 91. I'll do that after we do our little sea turtle here. One, two, three, four, five, six, and 7. Okay. Let me just go all the way around. Hi, baby girl. One. All right. Hi, honey. And then around it one more time for increases. Seven, 8. 12. 16, 20. There you go. You have got both doggos on the camera now. 24. 28. It's a good life. Fasten off and weave in the ends. We don't need to worry about keeping the tail long. Really? Yeah, we don't have to. Okay, cool. Neat. Alright, let's fasten this off. Put this guy in here. So this is the underbelly of the shell. Okay. We're going to do the upper shell out of this darker color. Now, I am using 2 different yarns, and they are slightly different in thicknesses. They aren't intended to be. They're both weight 4, but this one I'm 99% sure is a Karen Simply Soft, and those tend, in my opinion, to run skinny compared to Big Twist or Red Heart acrylic. I could be wrong, but I've noticed that whenever I've worked with Karen Simply Soft, my projects end up smaller than I anticipate. And maybe it's because it's so silky that maybe I hold my tension differently. I don't know. Don't know. Are you a fan of Karen Simply Soft? I've got dog hairs everywhere. I wonder why. I also have this new pimple that just appeared right at the edge of my nose and my cheek right here. Oh, it's so painful. I don't enjoy it. You never paid attention to brands, you go by feel. Yeah. Or you go get the yarn that's specified by the pattern. A lot of the patterns that I do, I find that I've never heard of the yarn that they use. Whether it's international yarn or some really rare, expensive yarn. Most of the patterns that I've seen, I'm like, I've never heard of that in my life. I couldn't tell you what it is. They're so cute. $15 and $18. You hope it's close enough, yeah. And a lot of the projects that I make, since I do make mostly stuffed animals, as long as I'm consistent with the yarn that I'm using, I don't care if it is the same size that the pattern asks for, or if it's cotton versus acrylic. As long as I'm consistent about it, then, like, I don't want to use some cotton, some acrylic, some chenille in the same project. That would be very weird and would not work out. But as long as you're consistent, it does not matter. Like, if this pattern calls for cotton yarn, and I am not using cotton yarn, I am using all acrylic. And it does make a little bit of a difference when it comes to size. So that's why I've changed my hook size as well. But, oh no. If you use blanket yarn, you just have to understand that your project's going to be a lot bigger than it asks for, or than it says it's going to turn out to be. Just some adjustments from the crocheter who chooses the yarn accordingly. Okay, this one, I just go around it once. Okie dokie. I like this color combination though. Okay. Now we get bigger again. Increase around. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now okay, so I go all the way around, but yeah, I go through both sides of the upper shell and the bottom shell. I'm going to go ahead and remove the stitch marker. Don't want to get that stuck in there. And I'll add the fiber fill as we go before I finish going through all 28 stitches. I would love to go to Brazil someday, and I wonder what the scuba diving in Brazil is like, or near Brazil. I'm very curious what the scuba diving is like there. Because if you guys say that you have a turtle conservatory kind of thing where they take care of the endangered species, I would love to be able to go dive there, because I bet the sea turtle population there is blossoming and is really pretty. Right, probably afford to add a little bit more. Yeah, that'd be good. That'll be good enough. You have to go to Fernando de Noronha, Noronha, also the place where the Tamar project is. Oh. I just would like to go to Brazil in general. I've heard it's gorgeous with lots of flowers and bright colors, especially during Carnival. But I've heard lots of the Latin cultures have beautiful carnivals with lots of flowers and bright colors, and it's just always very pretty. Whether it's Colombia or Venezuela or Brazil, like, they're all very... Yes, please come, right? Carnival can get crazy. I've never been to a carnival. I mean, the most I've done is... I don't even think I've done Mardi Gras. No, I did. I did Mardi Gras once as a kid. Yeah, I went to New Orleans once as a kid, teenager, and did Mardi Gras, which is like our version of Carnival. I go around one more time and every stitch to add the border here. Okay. $20. 25, 6, 7, and 8. Fasten off, weave in the end. Okay, so here's the top of the turtle shell. Very, very cute. The top of the turtle. So we're done with this. Open me a gummy worm. For whatever reason, I don't know why I'm hungry. I had a really delicious salad for lunch. I didn't make my typical taco salad, but I when I went to the grocery store, they had their ground turkey meat on half price because it was starting to gray, and which means just basically use it up today or don't use it at all. So I was like, I'll just have some taco salad, or I'll ground up some turkey and heat it up and put it onto a salad for lunch. So I added some salt and pepper and a garlic and herb spice to it, ground that up, browned it, and then I had a pre-made salad mix that I found at the store that was also on sale today. So I got that as like a sunflower crunch. So it's got sunflower seeds. It had kale, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, all different kinds of veggies. Some asparagus stalks in there, and a yummy sweet onion sauce dressing that goes on it. I added some cheese. I added cranberries and cherries. And I added some black olives, and then I put the ground turkey inside of there, scooped it all together, and had a really large salad for lunch. So it was very healthy, very filling, but I didn't have any dessert. So now my stomach is telling me, excuse me, Fifi, I'm ready for some dessert. All right, we're going to use the same light color to make the flippers and the head, and then we sew it all together, and we done. This is basically the same pattern that I've made for the other turtles before, just by a different pattern artist. It was very delicious. And so, I mean, it's between 2 or 3 servings of salad. So, I mean, the salad was less than $3, and the ground turkey was also like $3. So, basically $6 for 3 servings. So, I had a $2 lunch when you think about it. Because I already had all the other ingredients at home. Those were just the ingredients that I had to purchase today to make that lunch. You can't beat a $2 lunch, especially when it's healthy. Okay. 6. And then we're making a tiny little ball. So just go around it like you would for a normal circle or normal ball pattern. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, I'm telling you, I think maybe when I'm holding on to this yarn for whatever reason, maybe I am holding on the tension differently because it just feels like it comes up so much smaller. We have ads coming up in 5 minutes. Okay. Go around. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 15. Okay. So I'm going to go one more row of increases, and then I'm going to add my 3, 4, 5, 6 stitch marker. That's the word I was looking for. 4, 5, 6. Three, 4, 5, and 6. This is why I don't like working with Karen Simply Soft. It's so easy for my hook to get caught in, and then it pulls the fibers apart and it doesn't look super great. Hold on a second. There we go. Now you guys can actually see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay. So go around this for 3 rows. And then we'll add the safety eyes. One. Round 2. Round 1. Fight. Anybody gonna go to one of their local electronic stores at midnight tonight to try and snag a Switch 2? And row 3. 2 broke. Fair enough. Fair point. So our friend Kevin was gonna go and get one, but he thought it was midnight last night, not midnight tonight. So he's already on an airplane. Or he's headed to the airport, something like that. You'll live vicariously? Yes. I will be sure to do some Mario Kart World for you guys. I am excited to restart Tears of the Kingdom and do a new Tears of the Kingdom playthrough just on my own. I'm not going to do it on stream. It's just going to be something for me, myself, and I to do when I'm at the airport and just when I'm traveling in general, you know, if I'm in a car and I'm on a road trip or whatever. Just gonna be something for me to do. So I have noticed recently, and by recently I mean in the last 2 or 3 years, when I'm crocheting in a car as like the passenger princess or whatever, I start to get carsick, and I've never gotten carsick before in my life until the last few years. And it's whenever I'm crocheting in the car. So I can crochet for a short burst of time, and then I start to get really woozy, my stomach starts to hurt, my head starts to hurt, and I know that that means I need to turn that off. I should do the prequel to the Breath of the Wild series. I think it's called Calamity. I haven't heard of that one. I still have so many items on my wish list too. So many video games. Like I want to do the Legend of Zelda, the one where you're playing as Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom or something like that. I want to do that one. I've got some Mario games like Peach's Showcase or something like that. Princess Peach, whatever. So that was row 8. Let's get the safety eyes and see if these are going to be... I think these will still be a good size, even though I changed hooks. Alright, so we've got 8, 7, 6, 5. 8 stitches apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. You always get car sick, so you don't try to read or crochet, only music. That doesn't trigger for you? Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I've never been car sick before, but the last few times I've gone on road trips and I've been crocheting, I have just not felt good. My stomach, I've never thrown up, I've never gotten sick, but like I have to keep my eyes closed and my head hurts. I feel dizzy and nauseous and my stomach just is all woozy and bleh. But yeah. Welcome in. How you doing, Jumping? How are you? Immediately hit with an ad. Yes, ads are coming in. Sorry. Sorry about ads. This one now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if our new friend hangs out. It's only a 45-second one, so it's going to be fine. Too bad we have AI ads on Makers and Crafting. Oh, that sucks, man. I know. I wish Twitch could figure out a little bit. You can't look down in the car unless you're driving. Interesting. Weird. Jumping, we were talking about getting car sick when doing crocheting stuff that I just, for whatever time recently, the last few years, I start to get car sick whenever I am crocheting, which stinks because I love to crochet in the car because it's a guaranteed a couple hours of work that I can do. We threw a riot over the ad pictures in the categories, but nothing happened quite yet. Yeah, it's slow going. Unless it's like life or death kind of things that Twitch changes immediately. But when it comes to other things, they've got so many plans in the background that some things just fall through the cracks, but also then there are some things that just don't become a priority, unfortunately. Okay, so stuff the head. You don't get car sick anymore, but you used to get it really bad when you were young. And that's the thing, is like I never have been car sick in my life until the last couple of years. So I don't know what has changed, if it's because I have gotten older and my body has decided to riot, or maybe I crochet incorrectly with my posture in the car and like keeping my head tilted forward. Maybe that changes the vestibular system or anything like that. I don't know. Try having the window open, maybe one of those neck fans. I'm also going to make sure I have a pillow under my arms when I am in the car next time, because maybe, like I said, maybe it's the posture as I'm crocheting, because I don't have my arms up. I have my head bent over, and maybe, like, because I know if you're looking out into the horizon after you are seasick, you're supposed to like find a solid place out in the horizon and it stabilizes your body. Same kind of thing with being in the car. If you're looking down but you still kind of see the horizon, it changes the way your brain processes it. That's one of the things that VR players recommend to combat motion sickness. Interesting. Taking new meds can also make you car sick. Good to know. It can just make you sick in general, but yeah. Interesting. This is a good, revealing conversation. Interesting. Learning some stuff today. We are currently making a tiny little sea turtle, as you can see in the picture here. I mean, estrogen makes everything wrong. Bye, Grayson. Bye, sweet boy. Oh my goodness. Bye, buddy. Bye, Bubba. Oh. Also good information. I would not be surprised. Hormones do a lot to people's bodies, not just women's bodies, but men also have hormones, so different kinds of hormones. Interesting. Leave a long tail to sew on later. I probably left too long of a tail, but that's okay. Alright. Look at that. Isn't it so cute? It is very interesting. The more you know. We are making tiny little sea creatures today. That is kind of my goal, is I'm making these little miniature aquariums for sale. And so I started and I realized I made the squid a little bit too big.
Welcome to the
Do I
Boo Crew.
only stream? I do not only stream crochet. I am a variety streamer. I do Lego building. I do video games. Welcome in, new friends.
Welcome to the Boo Crew.
Welcome in, new friends. I must eat both of you. Ow. Welcome to Becca Boo Crew. I hope you guys find yourself welcome, loved, and blessed here. As I was saying, I am a variety streamer. I'm also a charity streamer, so I do a lot of fundraising for charitable organizations, specifically St. Jude, which we just finished our St. Jude campaign for their Play Live season, Starlight Children's Foundation, and Stand Up to Cancer, which we'll be doing a Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser in August. I know I wasn't positive about if we were going to be doing that this year, and we are. We got the green light. We're good to go. What do I do when I get rated and get 100 new followers? So that one, I have not had it happen where I've received that many new followers. I have had it happen before where I've received like 15 or 20 new followers, and that's a lot. It's a lot of friends that I have to eat. So for that, in that circumstance, I have smaller things, like I can eat a cashew or a gummy bear, something a little bit smaller than our big gummy worms. We switched to raisins. Yeah, exactly. Something a little bit smaller, a little bit healthier of an option, so I don't go into a diabetic coma or anything. It's a fun idea. Well, thank you. I just thought it was a good streamer self-care kind of thing too, you know? How did it come to be? I just thought it was fun because I would eat sour gummy worms all the time anyway, and I was like, I'm going to eat you. Arr, 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 arr. And then I realized it rhymed. Welcome to the Becca Boo Crew, because that's what we are. I'm going to eat you. And I was like, hey, that rhymes. That's a great little phrase. Let me have that go. And it can get crazy because we had one person with their screen name of like Jesus Saves or something, and I was like, hey, I'm eating Jesus. So mild cannibalism, you know. You know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. She's got to have her energy to be able to crochet. What kind of stuff do you like to do, though, new friend? Are you a crafter yourself? Are you a gamer? 4, 5, and 6. I would say about 2/3 of my content is crocheting. I specifically do a lot of stuffed animals and amigurumi. We love Pokemon, so I do a lot of different crocheted Pokemon and baby blankets and hats and stuff like that. Other than that, then my other third of content are variety days. They'll either be gaming or Lego or diamond painting, different stuff. You make 3D Pokemon cards and Perlers. What? That's amazing. Mostly Pokemon Perlers too. What? Psyduck is best duck. I'm just saying, Psyduck is best duck. We do love a good Psyduck around here. I have a lot of Psyduck things. As you can see in the dog cam right over here. This big blue boy right here. Yeah, I'll even zoom in for you. This big blue boy in the top right corner is a life-size crocheted Psyduck that I made a couple years back. I love shiny Psyduck, so I've got a variety of the regular Psyduck as well as shiny Psyducks. And I've got a lot of the wonderful things. You get official Pokemon cards, cut them up into pieces and layer them. I've seen so many of those videos. I've seen those all over Instagram and TikTok. I am enthralled with watching those. I am obsessed. If you would like to join our Discord jumping, you're welcome to, and share some of your art pictures. We have an art share channel. Would love to have you share some of your art with us. Thank you for sharing the link to the Discord, Shadow. Appreciate it. All right, we got to make 2 front flippers. There is a little bit of a delay before people are able to post in the Discord, but once you have the rolls and it automatically gets you out of the time jail, we'd love to see some art. We love art tax. 3. Did my snack button disappear a long time ago, Behunt Me? Yes. I gained quite a bit of weight over the last 2 years. I don't know if it's from stream or if it's from stress or if it's from medications or medical concerns. Not sure why I've gained back so much weight from after my big amount of weight loss during COVID. And so I just decided to remove that button until I get my health under control. It has taken me longer than I want to get my health under control, but that was one of the ways that I could prevent anything bad. Would be, I had a lot of people spamming the Becca snacks. Now, obviously, I mean, I'm eating a gummy worm to eat my friends, but 1 or 2 gummy worms per stream is not going to cause a massive weight gain. Awesome, thank you. I love that. What would you like me to call you? Do you want me to call you Jumping? Do you want me to call you Plant? Klimpant? I'm not sure what that means, but Klim? Klim is fine. Awesome, thank you. I cannot wait to see those Pokemon cards. That's amazing. They could be healthy snack. Yeah, I'm trying to find some healthy snack alternatives too. For sure. That ends up being my downfall. Last stitch here. 11, 12. All right, so now we do an increase here. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. If you don't get stuck, at least. All right. Oh, it means creeper in Dutch, like the climbing vines. Oh, cool. Neat. I'm learning a lot of stuff today, you guys. This is great. I love doing some of these bonus streams. I don't usually stream on Wednesdays anymore. I cut that out of my stream schedule. My normal stream schedule are Monday, Friday evenings, and Saturday mornings. But I'm on summer break right now. I work in the schools with kids with special needs and as a music therapist. And this is my summer off. So I am able to do some bonus streams at different times of the day. Make one slip stitch into the next to complete the round. And then we fold it in half and go through both layers. Okay. So we do one chain, then go through both layers. 3. Ah! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and somehow I'm gonna fit this one there. 9. Fasten off. Okay. There's our first front flipper. There's our first front flipper. You don't play anything yet, but you live and breathe music. Yeah. Still working on learning yourself, but it's not a priority this weekend, is learning to weld well enough to fix your car. Ooh, what's going on with your car that requires welding? Because I would think even if you learn how to weld, you would still want a mechanic to do that welding, depending on what needs to be welded on. If it's like a handle or something simple like that, but if there's a giant hole in your gas tank, I would think it would need to be fixed. A bracket on your muffler broke. That's fair. Okay. That's a little more reasonable than, like I said, if there was a giant hole in the middle of your gas line or your brake line or something. You know when to contact the pros. I'm sure everybody does. Just always a good reminder that even though we can do it ourselves, doesn't mean we should. I mention this out loud to remind myself, because there's a lot of times that I, as a hyper-independent woman, I want to learn and do things by myself. But then there are also times where I will absolutely throw money at somebody else to fix the problem for me. Talk about cars, you bought one! Hey! Congrats on buying a car. That's always a fun experience, depending on what kind of dealership you go to, if they are really pushy and obnoxious, or if you knew exactly what you wanted, if you're a car head or anything like that. And 6. You still need to do another test drive in the specific one, but you're 99% sure. Awesome. Alright, go around with more increases. $10, $12, $15, $18. Slip stitch, chain 1, fold together, and sew it up. Two, 3, 4. Hello? I don't know what that was. 5, 6. The gnat is back. 7, 8. Uh-oh. It's fine. I'll just add an extra stitch there. 9. There. Perfect. You have to get some sleep. Have a good night. A Toyota, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you in a future stream. Have a good night. Thanks, friend. All right, we got both of the front flippers and the head. It's already looking super cute and probably also a little bit still too big for the jar. Yeah. Yeah, that is gonna be, unless I could make this one like lay down. I don't know. I still feel like it's too big. Okay, so I still feel like that one's gonna be too big, even with this size crochet hook. That's fine. I can just sell, again, I can just sell this one and we'll find some of the other fish patterns. I am still using a crochet hook that is bigger than the book asks me. I don't like to work in smaller hooks, smaller than the D hook. I can work in a B or a C hook. It's just not very enjoyable for me. I don't like working with that small of a hook, but we'll see. Back 2 flippers, and then we'll sew it together and find another animal to work on. Ah, oh no. Well, there. Okay, well, that just completely unraveled. Haven't had that happen before. That was weird. Have to tune in after you get home for that one? Yeah, that's all good. I hope you drive safe, get home safe. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, but hopefully I'll be done with this sea turtle in the next 10 minutes. That's kind of a goal. Two, 3, 4, 5, and last but not least, 6. Now, finish this off. Chain 1. Fold it through, and then do 2 stitches in this one. I am going to make the executive decision to do it a little bit different than the pattern artist is telling. Also because my crochet hook just got stuck. We love when that happens. There we go. Okay, that finishes this one. One more. What are your plans for dinner, Shadow? What's on the menu for tonight? All the way around. Three. 4. Cabinet rating. Or maybe your mom will surprise you. Ooh. Okay. That finishes this one again. I'll go ahead and get that out of my way. Thank you for the hydration and the stretch. Streamer self-care. Welcome in, Phoenix. Hello. Give me 1 second. The other thing about working with mini crochet is it's so much harder for me to get my hook in there because I am a tight gauged crocheter. Okay, there we go. All the parts, all the limbs for the sea turtle are done. Now we do our streamer self-care and then sew it all together. Okay. We all fare just fine. Thankfully, both doggos are feeling better. They were both gagging and choking and almost throwing up yesterday. Grayson did throw up, but Potion was really scary last night. She had this weird, like, gagging, and her head was thrusting forward as she was doing it, and she was whimpering, and her heart was racing, her body was shaking. She didn't know what was going on. Freaked Kevin and I out while we were trying to play Split Fiction. But gave her some omeprazole because according to Reddit and some of the other internet posts that I saw, it sounded like acid reflux or GERD or something. Other people said that she might be choking on something or have like a bowel blockage, but I watched her very carefully and I know she did not eat any bad toys or bad food or anything. So she's all better now though, so it was very scary, but she slept through the night just fine. Didn't have any more recurring episodes, but I mean that happened probably 4 times yesterday evening in the span of about 4 hours. It was very scary. I did not like it. All right, there it is. I was like, where's this thingy? We gotta sew the turtle's head onto the front of the shell. If I can get it in to the correct stitch. Hello? There we go. Okay. Whew. Alright, we are attaching said turtle head to the shell. Yeah, I was a nervous wreck last night. I didn't want to have to deal with an emergency hospital run for the pupper and the cost of that, but I was just terrified that she wasn't feeling good, and I was like, what have I done? Is my house making my dog sick? The only thing that I have used recently, I used some mosquito spray out in the yard, and I was like, oh no, maybe it's making my dog sick. Well, I went into a sad Becca spiral where I was like, oh no, what have I done to my babies? But thankfully they are both A-okay. Grayson is still in his cone, though, so I mean, he's not gonna say that he's A-okay. He's still in his cone for at least 1 more day. I just want to make sure that his foot is nice and healed before, or his leg, I mean, not his foot. I want to be sure his leg is healed really nicely before I let him out and have free reign of the chance of him chewing on his leg again. We really do. I know. I'm already planning on Grayson potentially having a surgery this summer, and that's going to be insanely expensive. I haven't called the vet to get a quote and verify if they feel he is a good candidate for a surgery, but I feel like it needs to be done. And during the summer is the best time for me since I have off and I can watch him all day and be with him during a recovery. There we go. Alright, so there's one of the front leggies. So he has a bunch of these like fatty lumps all over his body. He's got a bunch of them. They already confirmed none of them are cancerous, but that was what the surgery last summer was in reference to, that in his tooth. But they have grown so large that it's hard for me to get his harness on him now. There's a giant one right at the middle of his spine towards his neck that is probably like the palm of my hand. It's quite substantial. And then there's another one on his like shoulder rib cage kind of area that's right where the band of the harness goes. And that one's also probably at least $50 to a golf ball size. Those are the ones that I think can be removed at the same time if the surgeon would agree. He has a grapefruit baseball-ish sized one on his hip, on his like joint area, right where that ball and socket joint lie, but it doesn't seem to bother him. They're all lipomas, but these other two feel a lot harder, and just to me they feel uncomfortable. I mess with them every single day. Every couple of hours I go over there and I mess with him a little bit, and it never bothers him. He is getting old. I do know that is something that happens with older dogs, but I want him to have the best quality of life that he can, and I want to make sure that he's able to continue going on walks and running around and playing with toys for as long as he physically can. So I'm not a huge fan of the idea of doing a surgery, not just because of the cost, but due to his age. And he did not have a good reaction with the surgery last summer. He stopped breathing when we put him under anesthesia last summer. So, I mean, that's already scary to know right there that he stopped breathing. They were able to get him back, but it's already not a good idea, but I feel like his quality of life would improve more than it would be hindered by a surgery, personally. That's also up to the veterinarian's discretion. If she feels that it would be too much on his body, then I just have to accept that. I don't know how I'm going to accept that, but I will listen to what the vet says because they are the professional. All right. The back legs are now both on. So I'm making little miniature sea creatures, ocean animals, from this mini amigurumi ocean animals book that I have, with the intention that I want to make tiny little aquariums out of these guys. However, they are still a little bit too big. These guys are a little bit too big for the size mason jars that I purchased. They're a really great size, but the mason jar size that I bought, it's not gonna fit. It's super cute. I was trying to find the picture of a finished aquarium that I saw and got the inspiration to do some of these, but I couldn't find it on my phone very quickly. I know I have a photo of it on my phone, I just couldn't find I couldn't find it quickly to show stream. But they're super cute. They're very easy to make, very fast. I've made each of these in probably, like, I think this turtle took me the most amount of time just because I've been talking and distracted by chat. But we made a squid, first of all, which took me like less than half an hour to make him. And then this turtle has probably been about an hour to make this guy. So cute. But I've got tons of different animals, so the goal is over the summer to make every single one of these. I kind of want to make the jellyfish and the starfish. I think those two are going to be really, really cute for a little mini aquarium, and I think I'm going to make the jellyfish as our last project that we do today. So I want to make sure I have this at the right angle. I did. Okay. Dee-da-dun-dun. Dee-da-bum-bum. Dee-da-bum-bum. Nope, that one's a little bit too angled down. So let's undo that. I'm really glad I noticed before weaving in all of the ends. That one angled a little bit too far down. So let's try this again. What if I do it like so? What's the fourth one on the right page? The fourth one on the right page. Sea otter. There's tons of different options. They're all very, very, very cute. So it's a sea otter. Guest dinner with kid is off. She got to your house and threw up. Aww. Oh, I'm sorry. And now that's too much. Okay. Now it's too angled. What am I struggling to get this last one on here? I am struggle bussing. Yes, the seahorse looks super cute too. Definitely want to make the seahorse for sure. Headed home yourself. Be safe. Thank you for coming over. This did take me a little bit longer than the 10 minutes I was expecting it to take, but it's okay. There we go. There we go. Now we have our little sea turtle is complete too. Okay. Let's adjust our Becca finished projects. And we're going to add 2 because I did not add the squillium, nor tank. I'm going to say squillium and tank. We got 2 little dudes here. Squillium and tank. So, finished things. 92. All right. Jellyfish. The jellyfish is on page 18. Okay. Try out different yarns with the same pattern for different effects. Ooh. I like how on this one they use like a thicker blanket kind of yarn, but in here they used like a puffy kind of loom, like a loop yarn or something that's got just some extra texture to it. That's really cool. Look at that. That's super neat. All right, Tangia, I'm turning that off. It's really annoying. It was pissing me off during our whatever. Shathers, welcome in. Welcome in, friends. I am turning off the Tangia notification because it was really bugging me. Give me 1 second while I do that because it was making me mad. Tangia parties. Turn off hide by default. Progress display mode. Yep. Turn that off. We don't want that to repeat every 5 minutes like it was doing before. Hi, friends. Mindstar's here too. Hello, friendos. We have made 2 of these little miniature sea creatures. What I'm trying to do is I'm making little mini aquariums. And so they're still a little bit too big, but they're going to fit inside, and I'm going to put some little glass flower bead kind of things at the bottom and a little plant in there, and I have a little tiny aquarium that people can purchase at one of my craft markets. I just think it's super cute. A different way to sell these projects, but like obviously this turtle does not fit in here too well. I can fit him in there, but he looks like he's saying, help me, let me out, help. So needs a pickle jar. I know, and I need to get a little bit bigger. I got these because they're plastic. Give you a little bit of that nail ASMR. Just for you guys. Just for you guys. You get some free ASMR. Yeah, I had to get those on Amazon because I went to Dollar Tree and could not find any plastic jars. I could only find them in glass. And went to Walmart, same thing. Could not find them in plastic. So I had to get them on Amazon. And of course on Amazon you have to buy 20 of them. So I was like, well, guess I'm making a whole bunch of these miniature sea creatures. How was stream? What were you up to today? Let me see what Frosty Tools has to say. Shatheris, a variety gamer, graphic designer, and crafter? Sounds like a recipe for fun. When they're not busy being artsy, they're probably off adventuring in Minecraft or exploring new worlds. Either way, you're in for a treat. You were doing some art. What kind of art were you doing today? Were you doing like digital art or physical with paint and brush? And I'm also going to go get some yarn because I'm going to be making this cute little jellyfish. Digital today. Oh, very cool. If you have some art tags, you're welcome to share. Links are permitted for everybody in chat. So you're welcome to send us an image of what you've been working on if you want to. If you guys have to raid and run, absolutely please take care of yourself. IRL before URL. If that heart is hollow, though, please consider giving me a follow. If you don't know who I am, though, my name is Becca. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I am a crochet artist, as you can see. I make all different kinds of stuffed animal amigurumis. I specifically love to make Pokemon. But today we are making some little sea creatures for the ocean animals. I am a charity streamer. I have been fundraising for St. Jude Children's Resource Hospital, Starlight Children's Foundation, and Stand Up to Cancer. I'm currently on a break from fundraising again until August. This is my next campaign kicks off. We are $935 away from hitting $25,000 lifetime fundraise for charity over the last 2 years. You're gonna be lurky? No worries. Thank you so much for coming in. Please take care of yourself. Stand up, stretch, hydrate, go get you something to eat, get a snack, love your loved ones, pet your pets, kid your kids, whatever you need to do. When was the last time I visited the aquarium in real life? It's been a few years because I'm a scuba diver. I would rather go to the in real life aquarium known as the ocean. So I'm not a huge fan of aquariums necessarily. I will go to them if they are discounted price, but I tend to like to see them up close and personal and go to the actual ocean as a scuba diver, you know? I had the chance to go when I was in Australia a few years ago, but I was like, I don't think an aquarium can compete to the Great Barrier Reef. So I did not end up going to the aquarium. All right, let me get some. I'm gonna do like a light pink, like the color of this is, just so we can be similar to what we have here. Let's see here, light pink. Easy peasy. I love having my yarn so close by that I can just grab whatever color I want and need. We love that. Okay. Do I have qualifications? I do. So I am an advanced open water scuba certified diver through PADI, P-A-D-I. I was open water certified in Florida in 2017, and then I became advanced diver in Australia, actually. I did the course there, finished all the extra coursework that I needed to do. I had to do an underwater navigation, I had to do a deep dive, and I had to do peak buoyancy. Those were my 3 courses I had to take, and then I had to do maybe 5 dives total with a dive master so she could verify my skill set and level, and then gave me the updated certification. Let's see here. I have this. I'll show you guys. Let's see here. Is it under my favorites? It is. So, I don't care. It's not doxing myself. You guys know my first and last name. You know my birthday. So yeah, there's my PADI certification, and then my open water, or my advanced certification. And it was on August 27th of 2022. Well, technically, it was before that. That's just the date that I got the certification, because I finished the certification in July, but it took a little while for me to receive it. Please, you guys, go give some of that love over to Shatheris. They were very kind to share their fam over here. Go give some love over to My Star as well. My Star is a sweet bean. I've crocheted a couple things. I gave her a sunflower pillow. I crocheted a little mushroom that one of her community members asked me to crochet for her. So, I mean, she's received a few of my items. I've hung out in her chat a lot. So make sure you guys go hang out in both of their streams. Go give them a follow as well and enjoy your time. If you enjoy playing marbles, or if you remember Stream Raiders, My Star is a great person to go hang out with who still plays games similar to that. She loves playing marbles on stream, but also there's a new one of the head creators, and I guess I'm not on the board or something like that. Is that what it was, My Star? You were on the board, or you're I don't know how, the exact wording of it, but she works with a new version of Stream Raiders. They're trying to get a new version out to the community called Rift World? Rift something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this guy has 24 stitches around. So again, it might be a little bit too big for this jar, but we're gonna do our darndest. We're gonna do our best here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops, put my finger thingy back on, or lightning's gonna yell at me. I don't want my mods to yell at me. It's that weird transition of the workday. People are driving home, so that's why it's a little quieter. Mods are less active. But don't you think you guys can be full of chaos? They're always watching, just like they're doing for Mike Wazowski. How does that work in times of qualifying in Australia and in the States? So it's all a worldwide organization. PADI is the performance. I should probably know what PADI stands for. I don't. But but it's Something and Diving International. So it is an international organization that is approved. So in the US, Australia, everybody has those same qualifications. Oh, you're fine. No big deal. These are good questions, though. Yeah. There are a couple of different international organizations, but Patty is the one that I ended up choosing. Okay, so that should be finished for that one. Now, I just go around this one time completely. Oh no. My sweet girl sleeping on the bed. For any of the raiders or any of the lurkers that are hanging out in chat, I do have two wonderful doggos named Grayson and Potion. I am a music therapist. I work with kids with special needs. So this is a wholesome, welcoming, family-friendly community that strives to bring joy and positivity to everybody's day and make this a safe place on the internet for people of all ages and abilities. We have lots of families, lots of people that have come forward and said that they have a specific diagnosis, so they felt comfortable and safe here. So let's make sure we keep that consistent and constant. We want to make sure everybody is safe in this community. 4, 5, 6, increase. Okay. This one might actually fit. I think I'm using a little bit skinnier yarn. Which is helpful too. Okay, this one I go around again. Nine, 10. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Okay, the next row I add the ruffles. Because that was row 7. So let's add the safety eyes. What is your favorite sea animal, Phoenix? There we go. Okay, we got the eyeballs on. It says to put it on in there. I would have waited one more row, honestly, before putting them on because it's going to be hard to work around. Front loop only. Got it. One, 2, 3. Repeat all the way around. Very good. I don't know why I keep leaning forward. It's so bad for my back. It's so bad for my back. I need to scooch my chair forward a little bit. One, two, and three. One, two, three. So I cannot share this pattern with anybody in chat because it is from a book that I purchased and I don't want to share the intellectual property of somebody. That's why it's kind of blocked off by my face and everything. You can't see what I'm doing, but you can at least see what's going to be the finished item. Ads are starting in just under 5 minutes, just a heads up. Yep. Here we go. Two and three. Work in the back loop. So there's 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Trying to work around those safety eyes that were placed already. Ah. Two, three. I've already lost track of how many stitches I'm at. I think that's I don't know. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Sure. Hmm. Four. 6. 8. 10, 11, and 12. Now it says to start adding the stuffing because all I gotta do is just weave in the last 6 decreases. So, you okay, Paul? Are you chewing on your tail, baby? Is your tail itchy? You okay, honey? Yeah, alright. That should be more than enough. That's super cute. I can make these of all different colors too. I can make them of different sizes, sure. But to fit into the little mini aquariums, I can make them of different colors to complement or match the little plants that I put in there, or the marble beads that I put at the bottom, the little glass beads. Hi, baby. Okay. Perfect. Fasten off, weave in the end. Thank you for telling me that you're still here, Bahunta. I appreciate the lurk. You at least get to hang out for a while for your toe. Oh no. Did you get a flat? Oh, Shadow. No, that sucks, man. Hey, potion. Okay, so there's the top of our little jellyfish here. Now we take a couple of different shades of pink. So we take a couple of different shades. So let's say 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of the pink that matches the body. Let's grab a couple other shades of pink as well. It looks like it wants like a little bit darker, and then actually no, I'll make a couple more of these because I'm seeing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm seeing it, they take some that are right in the middle and unravel them so it's like fuzzy on the inside, which is really a nice little detail. The thing that you need to weld is rubbing against the axle, causing the car to wobble weirdly. Ooh. Watch out, sweet girl. I don't want to roll over your tootsies. Watch out, baby. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Good girl. What do I have in my spare yarn jar over here that's pink? Here's some pink. A little bit darker. Oh, sorry, Poe. Let's see. 1, 2. They don't have to be the same length either. 3, 4. And that's kind of the nice thing about the tentacles, they aren't the same length. 5 and 6. Okay, that should be more than enough tentacles, and then sew them all into the bottom here. This part's going to be a little bit annoying, but I'll figure out a good way to get these guys to stay in here. Welcome back from ads. Okay, there we go. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome in. Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. Okay, that's not gonna work. I was thinking if I just tied them in a knot, then it would be fine and dandy, and that is not working out how I wanted it to. It is fine. We will adjust. How has your Wednesday been, Dee Dee? Hope it has been a wonderful day. Work went well. You've been sufficiently hydrated and fed. Yeah, it's so little of a yarn thing for a knot. I'm not sure if this is going... not sure. It's gonna be this spot right here. No, see, that's gonna... Okay, no, that's not... That's just gonna pull right through. So that's not the play here. Undo that. Okay. Because that's not the play. Note to self. Not the play. Okay. That's fine. I will... You know what? We're just going to start over. We're going to start over, and I'm going to try it like this. I don't know if this is going to be better, worse, about the same. I think it's better. But now I'm going to have too many strands of pink. I'm not going to put that many in here. Oh, I should have evened this out some. Whoops. AAA made you a priority? Heck yeah. That's good. Yes, they don't like you on the highway. Yeah, I think they kind of want to make sure the other cars on the highway are safe. So that does check out. That makes sense. Yes. We're getting there. We are rocking and rolling with this jellyfish. I feel like I should add at least one more of these pink strands. Maybe I'll throw it back here. Yeah, that feels good. I'm gonna add a couple more of the light pink because jellyfish have a ton of these tentacles, so I want to make sure it has quite a few for us to play with. So it's mostly just this darker pink that I have too many strands of now, and that's fine. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I kind of wish one of these darker pink ones was a little bit longer. Ah. I'm going to try to do it this way where there's like one short side and one long side of this. I'm going to pull the ends through here to tie it off. Yeah, adding a little bit of dimension with the variance and length of that. That feels good. Okay. That feels good. Let's toss those to the side. And then a couple of these right here in the middle. I'm going to do these. I'll do these 4. We're going to unweave these 4 and just make them frilly and fuzzy. Like, we're not going to use the dog slicker brush or anything, but we are just going to let the fibers roll apart and be unwound. The more we can unweave them, the more fuzzy it will be, and it will give the desired effect. Yeah, so see how just the couple right here at the front middle are pulled apart. It adds a little bit of fuzziness right in the center, which is what you see with jellyfish. They have this like center section that is nice and fuzzy, and it looks like it's going to be super soft, but don't touch it, chat. There we go. All right, so this jellyfish, I do feel like can absolutely fit into our aquarium jar. Like, I'll attach it to a little fishing line at the top of the thing, and I think that one would be really cute in here. Like, that one's gonna turn out really cute. Look at that one. That one's gonna be really cute. Okay, so we've got 3 animals down. Let's add another project. Okay, 93. I think I have time in me to do one more. I have enough time and energy in me to do one more. And I think I want to do the starfish. I said that was another one I liked. I want to do the starfish. Page 43. Okay. Here's our starfish. If I make 2 of the same size, and then I sew them together. Okay. Starfish. What color should our starfish be? I kind of want to pick a different color. I don't want it just to be this hot pink. It is very cute as a hot pink, though. I'm grabbing a little light purple. I want to see how like a lavender color will be. Is this lavender? Lilac. I want to see what lilac looks like for a sea critter, a little starfish here. This will be our last critter that we do. Last crochet boy, and then we will do our raid out. So I'll probably be done, I want to say 5:30. I don't know if this will take me 45 minutes to make this little starfish, but I want to guess. Two. Oops, I am doing something awful here. Let's restart that. It was stuck inside the yarn itself. Okay. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because it's a star. We're making a star. 5-pointed starfish here. So we're going to be working on increases in 5s instead of increases in 6s. Here we go. Fast, fast, fast. Now make the arms. Okay. So we do... Okay. Ah. Two and three. Then five and six. This is the only annoying part about making a star. So you have to do this 5 times, but individually. Hey, Olus is here. What are you doing? Dropping like it's hot? Drop it like it's hot? Ah, I'm an idiot. No, she does, or whoever this artist is, made it to where I don't have to weave in 5 million ends. Oh, whoever they are, so smart. Oh my gosh, I'm a dum-dum. I did a dum-dum thing. Okay. Whoops. Alright, well, I know not to do that on the second one, so we'll just reattach the yarn. Only a little bit of a boo-boo, but we're okay. Aeolus and Shadow both landing. Wow. Hold on, baby girl. I know. I know. Double eye contact just for both of you. There you go. Y'all are so funny. Okay. Now let's not make the same mistake. And we'll keep the yarn attached to my hook and not do that again. Hypo. Are you off of work now, Aeolus? Shadow's waiting for the tow truck. Triple A. Two. Ah, oh no, stop that. Oh no. Okay. Two. And three. Decrease. Two. I know, sweet girl. You can hold it. You're doing a great job. And one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. How's audio sounding? Are we having any robot issues? Are we sounding crystal clear? I'm trying to talk and keep you guys entertained. I know we've got a lot of lurkers, and so I want you to make sure you're getting good lurking content. Sounds good to you? Awesome. Thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop it. Last spot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sounds all clear to you? Perfect. We are making a little miniature starfish. Three, 4, 5. And then come over here, fasten off. Okay? So there's the top of our starfish. I feel like he might be a little too small, too big to fit into our aquarium here, but who knows? We also need to add the safety eyes. Oh, this is the underside. Oh, the upper side's a little bit different, it says. Okay. I will wait on said safety eyes. Weave this in. You hate traffic on rainy days? I love rainy days when I'm not having to drive in it, so I empathize with you. People forget how to drive, or they think they're invincible and continue driving like idiots. It's like when the ground is wet, you slow down. Okay, so there's the bottom. Now, the top part. Oh, this one wanted it to be 2 different colors. It wanted there to be a white side for the bottom and a pink side for the top. Huh. Neat. The more you know. If I would have just read that, I didn't read it though, so we're already doing this. We'll just do it all in the same color. I'm not concerned. But for future, it wants like the bottom part to be white and the top part to be a different color. Hi. Hi, Poe. You're so pretty. My good girl, Poe. Tinky Winky. La la. Dipsy. Poe. Tinky Winky. La la. Dipsy. Poe. Ah, Poe. Thank you. It's you. Is that you? Is that Poe? Are you Poe? You are Poe. You're my good girl. My good girl, Poe. It's my Popo. Alright, so it says, follow the instructions for the underside, but don't cut off the yarn after making all the arms. Okay. So it says, do this again, but don't cut it off the next time. 1, 2, 3. Hi, sweetheart. 4, 5. Danu, how's the weather currently where you're at? Is it hot as heck? Is it rainy? Four and 5. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15. All right. Two, 3. We're not going to cut the yarn this time, Rebecca. It's not going to happen. You're not going to make that mistake again. Right here. We're not cutting the yarn. We're going directly into the stitch. Going down the arm. Ah. It's fall for you, so the sun is out, but it's not too warm. Usually breezy and chilly at night. Nice. Nice. You have one of your favorite festivities? What is it? Is it your birthday? I'm definitely stealing this technique about going down the side for when I make my Mario stars. I am definitely stealing this technique so I don't have to weave in all the ends after the fact. Ah. How delayed is the latency of stream right now? Like, if anybody is able to tell me, like, how long of a delay are we looking at right now? I don't know if it's like exclamation point ping. I don't know. Fiesta, is it Junina? Junina? The June festivities. It happens all throughout June. It's kind of like the Catholic background, but it's actually our version of a big crop festival. Oh, that has nothing to do with anything. Well, apparently the exclamation point ping is a thing. I don't know what that means, though. I don't know. I was just curious, like, latency-wise, like, when I ask a question and then it's 5 or 6 minutes before somebody responds to it. I don't know if that's on me, if it's my side of thing having a delay, or if it's just a delay in chat, which is fine too. I just want to know, so I don't know if it's my computer. It's a bonfire with lots of food. The best food. It's corn seeds. Oh, lots of corn. I love corn. That sounds fun. Thank you for being patient, sweet girl. I'm almost done. Sound and video match up, honestly. Okay. It should be under 30 seconds. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to ask. Oh, I don't even think there's a way to ask you guys to do anything necessarily. I'm gonna watch the clock, and I'll tell you when the clock changes on my side, and we're gonna time it. Cool builder, thank you so much. I don't think they're not trying to troll me. They just want me to be sure it shouldn't be more than like a 30-second delay. Because I was the one who asked if I was having any kind of a delay, just so I don't sit around waiting for a response for 5 hours. All right, just changed. The clock just changed to 5:03. So, okay, so Cool Builder said, commented before even the 20-second mark. So I'm assuming that's good. Ah. Well, I think your phone is being an overachiever. Okay. I just want to be sure that there wasn't some weird... Because there is a setting you can put on Twitch to change your latency, and I have it set to low latency because I want to be as real-time and talk with chat as much as I can. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now... place the two parts to... Yeah, oh, insert the safety eyes first. Sure. You're on PC... As am I, but we never trust my PC to do what it's supposed to do. Okay. Oops, wrong side. This side. Feels at an angle. If I put this like right here. Now it's definitely at an angle. Heck. Alright, I guess I'll put him back to where it was. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna put him there. Ouch. There. Alright, I got eyeballs. Now, crochet around the edge, working through both layers. Work 5 stitches up the first arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now that I'm at the top, you do 3 stitches at the top. One, 2, and 3. Okay. And repeat that whole process. Come on now, what are you stuck on? Excuse you. What are you stuck on? Thank you. Do I add a stuff with filling as you go? Can do. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Top stitch. Okay. So after this arm, I'm going to start stuffing the first 2 arms. Okay. Let's add a little bit of fiber fill in those 2 arms. Oh, I already had some out. I'm silly. Okay. Whoops. Fine. Just a tiny bit though, because it's very... Trucks here gotta go. Hopefully it is not too expensive. Thank you for hanging out with us, Shadow. See you next time. Friday. See you Friday. Okay. Sure. Thank you for giving some love over to our mods. What are you up to today, Cool Builder? 2, 3, 4. Oh. I'm off a stitch. Whoops. Yeah, I'm definitely off a stitch. Cleaning your apartment, fixing some dinner. All right. Sounds like a disgusting dinner, but to each their own. Okay. There we go. All right, we're back on track. One, 2, 3. Add a little bit of that fiber fill to the 3rd arm. actually gonna stuff this pretty well right there. Cool. All right. 2 more arms and we are done. If anybody has a suggestion of somebody that we can raid out into, I am open to suggestions. If not, I'll just look at my list when I am done here. Two, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's add a little bit more. Man, my fine motor skills cannot hold on to anything. I'm dropping everything all the time. Very cute. This is super stinking cute. Just have a tiny little bit more fiber fill to throw into this arm as I go down these last 5 stitches. Come on. All right, doable. 2 stitches left. One stitch left. Yay, we did it. All right. Fasten off. Weave in the ends, and we are done with this guy as well, which means we completed 4 projects today on stream. 4 of our little mini sea creature guys. We did Squilliam the squid, Tank the sea turtle, Jello the jellyfish, and Pointy the starfish. Why am I labeling them this? I don't know. Because I feel like it. Alright. There we go. Perfect. Let's see how he fits in here. Take our little jellyfish out. So yeah, it's still a little bit big, but I think it's actually still kind of cute. But it is big. It is big. The jellyfish fits in here perfectly. The other ones are still a little bit big, and I even went down a crochet hook size from what I was wanting to do originally. But I'm not really interested in going to an even smaller size hook. But either way, all good. All good. This is from the Mini Amigurumi Ocean book from Sarah Abondio. I also have the animals book and the birds book. So I'm going to be working on these all summer long and hope to make as many of these as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and edit this. Finish things again to 94. And let's get out of here. I'm going to go check on the puppies, make sure they are doing well. You can see Miss Poe has been sleeping, so I think she's fine now. But I still want to give them all the attention they deserve. All right. Meow. mute tab. Thank you, Desi, for accepting or claiming your daily treat. Let's pass the love back over to Crochet. Crochet has raided over into us multiple times. So let's go give some love over to Grams. Okay? Grams is super sweet and wonderful. Sweet lady. She does crocheting as well. Obviously with her name. So. And yes, she actually is a grandma. So that's, I'm not being insulting like I do with Chicky and Laisha. She's actually a grandma. Thank you for streaming. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming in. I will be back on Friday night to do some gaming. I'm going to be playing a demo, hopefully, if I still have access to the demo. And then we'll go and find something else to play. But I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care, everybody. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, mashed potato. See you soon, macaroon. Say goodbye, pumpkin pie. Toodaloo, kangaroo. Catch you later, operator. Adios, cinnamon toast. See you later, goodbye, butterfly. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, everybody. I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. Bye.